Let's do it.
Read Draco's first. It's 7 pages.
Oh, okay, let's do it. Sure.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. We we are here. We're gonna script. No. It's called script. The but that's not part of the title. I thought it was gonna script the Obsidian Vein. I'm like, oh wait, it's a script called the Obsidian Vein. Okay, fair enough. All right.
As compared to a what?
What?
There is no comparison.
Yeah.
You know, Robert, I think you're 100% correct in your assessment.
About what?
Oh, Danny, you got to read this one. I insist.
All right, let's put it up.
All right.
And then after, can we read something fun like Diane's edits?
Well, the by the way, the Stage 32 writer who we read the first 10 pages of with like the weed OnlyFans story, he wants us to read the next 10.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
I am really screwed up with my sleep, so I don't know if I have much more time than for 2 scripts today.
And so we're gonna start with Ray. All right, fine. Here we go.
Well, Robert insisted, so here we go.
All right, we're doing this. Let's go.
Exterior, Sandia Mountains day. A breaking panorama unfolds, the sun casting golden light over the craggy peaks and dense pines of the Sandia Mountains. Far below, a cluster of boulders looms, shrouded in whispered secrets.
Oh, it's starting like AI already. All right, fine.
Rachel, early 30s, dressed in rugged gear, peers keenly through a pair of binoculars. She focuses on a cluster of urban explorers gathered near the boulders. How can you tell they're urban explorers if you're in a craggy peak?
I don't know, man.
Okay.
They
Emily,
explorers on them.
20s.
They're wearing like neon stuff.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Are they doing parkour?
Sure.
There we go.
Emily, late 20s, arms crossed, leans against a weathered tree, skeptical. We need an Emily. I nominate John.
Yay!
Great. More thrill seekers. What's next? A TikTok dance challenge?
A decent line.
John, mid 30s, a jester with an infectious grin, sets up a camera tripod. I nominate Diane to play John.
Yay! Come on, Em. This is the ultimate adventure. Think about the likes.
Around John, the group gathers, groaning under the weight of gear and flashlights. Jake, charismatic and confident, adjusts his backpack, surveying the team.
All right, team. Set your sights on treasure. We're not just here for likes. This mine's a legend.
Caliber, whose mother named him Caliber.
That's right.
32 rugged heads checks a flare gun.
Yay!
Glances up the mountain, alert, yearning for a sign. So I guess Preston will be Caliber.
And what kind of legend? Because if it's bad, maybe we might find a nightclub instead.
Oh God, there's more. Rhea, late 20s, peering at her dusty old box. All right, John. Whatever. You guys figure it out.
All right, John.
This is real history. Stories of lost silver, of spirits guarding this treasure.
Oh, yeah.
A chill wind rustles through the pines, sending a shiver through Rita. The air heavy with impending storm, she grips her book tighter.
I think John
also film The Air Heavy with Impending Storm.
You can't, but this is a Draco script.
Yeah.
Spirits, this isn't a ghost store, Rita. I signed up for exploration, not folklore.
Interior, mine entrance day. The group approaches the mine's mouth, a gaping maw framed by jagged rock. The sound of their footsteps echoes like distant whispers. Haven't you already done distant whispers on this page?
Maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Inside, the cold air bites at their skin. The shift is palpable. It feels almost alive. Jake leads with an appetite for discovery.
Hell yeah. Am I Jake? Let's
I
see.
think so.
No, I'm Caliber.
I'll do Jake. Let's see what the universe holds for us.
Hey guys, ready for a new character? Theo lingers at the threshold, squinting into the shadows.
Why does it feel like I just walked into this script without any character introduction? I
Yeah.
expect to see a chainsaw wielding maniac any second.
As long as he has a good Instagram, I might even let him take a picture of me.
A muted hum fills the space, echoing off the walls. It pulses, reverberating through the earth like a forgotten heartbeat.
John, you Rita.
Oh, remember, stay close and watch your surroundings.
The group enters cautiously, flashlights flickering to life, illuminating obsidian walls that shimmer darkly. It's a mine, and the walls are made of obsidian.
Yes.
Oh, do we not know what obsidian is?
I do know it. I have a degree in geology. I do know what obsidian is.
I don't have a degree in geology, and I still know what obsidian is. Clearly, the author, however, does not.
Yeah.
Exterior.
Glass.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Exactly. But maybe that's what they're
Exterior.
mining. Maybe they're mining obsidian.
Why?
That is not the implication I got from that sentence.
No. Yes. I don't know why.
Exterior, Sandia Mountains later. The sun sinks lower, a fiery orb on the horizon. Shadows grow long and ominous. The group ventures further into the mine. Their apprehension marries the eeriness of the darkness.
Hell yeah, it does.
Interior, I'm going to stop yelling all of the capitalized things in
Okay.
case my roommate needs to work.
All right.
Okay.
Just so you know, I'm stopping now, and it's a conscious decision.
All right.
Interior mine hallway night. The mine deepens, twisting into a labyrinth of obsidian. I bet it's a gold mine. The sound grows muffled, swallowed by the stone. Yes, glass, the traditional sound dampener. Suddenly, a tremble beneath their feet. Dust trickles from the walls. Emily and Rita exchange worried glances.
John.
Was that an earthquake?
Robert.
Just a minor shift. We're fine. This place is a fortress.
You can take
Mines are so traditionally safe places during earthquakes.
particularly mines made of glass.
With dusty glass.
Oh man. I mean, honestly, they're gonna have respiratory problems first, but still.
I mean,
The ground shudders again, fiercer this time. It sends the group lurching against the walls. The darkness feels heavier, pressing in.
Oh yeah.
All right, no more jokes. I'm starting to feel the weight of my choices.
Wait, did he seriously? That is that a line that got written?
That is the line.
That is the line.
Read correctly. It was read correctly.
I read what I saw.
Yeah, you did. I was just going to put a lampshade on it there. Exterior mine entrance continuous. The entrance crumbles. Stones crash into the darkness like glass shattering.
In fact, I would get rid of the like because it's glass shattering.
That's going to make this a better script for sure.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. I know why we read these things, since nothing ever gets edited. Interior mine hallway, night continuous. Caliber pulls out the flare gun, eyes wide, ready for anything.
We should retrace our steps.
But it is too late.
Stay calm. We'll regroup.
The hum intensifies, glowing into a loud drone that vibrates within them. How are we going to show that in video?
John.
Oh, sorry. We need light. The darkness, it feels wrong.
Yes.
In panic, the group fumbles with their flashlights, but their beams grow dim, flickering like dying stars. Don't dying stars explode?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure what they normally do is explode.
Yes.
Implode, I think, but
Well, I mean, they do go through perhaps a dimming process before they explode. I
Yeah.
don't know. I mean, it happens.
It depends on how old
It
it
depends
is.
on where, you know. They
And
got a
how-
whole life cycle. All right, Emily, aka John.
Oh, I got more. We're running low.
You're all the girls, dude.
Yes.
Silence sinks heavy as the last remnants of daylight vanish. Where was the daylight coming
Where's
from?
the daylight?
You're in
It's
a
dark.
tunnel.
For that matter,
Yes,
why
they're
are
all
you
high beams.
Underground? The entrance just caved in. Where's the daylight?
Yes, where's
Who's
the
got the high beams?
They collectively stare at Theo, who brushes off the last of his chuckles, slightly anxious.
I've got this.
That sounds like something an anxious person would say. He digs into his pack and produces a high-intensity strobe light. Oh my god.
Dude.
Hands trembling
have it?
as he clicks it on. Its pulse cuts through the dark, rhythmic, and disorienting. Interior mind chamber night. The strobe's bright flashes reveal their surroundings. The obsidian walls gleam and shimmer like a living thing. Amid the chaos, reflections shimmer. The group shivers together. Rationality clawing at their sanity. Someone thought that was a good line. Flash. Their reflections don't merely mirror them, they lag.
Oh, no.
A beat behind the group.
This is like Mirrors. Which, by the way, was done by
Maxine.
Much better writer than this one. John, you have a line.
What the hell?
Flash. Their reflective selves stand still, paralyzed. Then the rhythm pulses. On the fourth flash, they move, they begin to step toward their real counterparts.
John.
Stay still.
Thick tension looms. Palpable fear in the air. It feels like an electric charge buzzing against their skin. Whatever, none of that's filmable. The reflections advance, deliberate and cold, an assault of instinct.
Okay.
Okay. The group gasps, eyes wide and paralyzed.
This isn't happening.
Dude, you're the one who brought the strobe light.
You did. You
Oh,
brought
my.
you brought the party into the mine.
He was actually always waiting in the mine, so I suspect he's a secret goblin or a gru. The pulse continues, each flicker stealing their breath, their sanity, fraying under the weight of the obsidian gaze.
Dun, dun, dun.
That was brilliant. Best ever. I gotta go AFK and go fulfill a website order. I'll be right back.
All right. It feels a bit like Mirrors. These people go into a mine. They bring a strobe light. I'm not sure what the mine is. The mine is made of obsidian. And they brought flashlights that were pretty much exhausted the second they tried to use them. And the one guy brought a strobe. I think they knew they were in a horror movie and planned accordingly. Fortunately, they were observed by another group of people who so far have had no interaction with the story outside of observing them. Fantastic. What do you think,
This will certainly cause a lot of seizures.
Dan?
Um,
Yeah. Man, strobes. I haven't
Man,
seen those since like the 80s.
dude, this thing would be
Yeah.
like visually quite neat
Yeah.
if you do it right. So I will say that just by the descriptions,
Yeah.
you will probably get in some trouble with the strobing.
Yeah.
And get some people having seizures possibly, but beyond that, you know, most of it is spelled correctly. Anybody else?
Robert.
This script will forever go down in history as one of the ones to which Draco appended his name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well, I read the synopsis that accompanied the posting of the script.
Never
Which-
did that.
is not bad, and to Diane's point, it could have some potential.
Yeah.
And even the words that were repeated needlessly were spelled correctly.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll go into constructives.
Go ahead.
This is stupid. It's ridiculous. It has once again, characters never talk with each other, ever. There's no communication whatsoever going on. They're just words flying out of some character's mouth. Characters just appear randomly. There's no basis for them to appear. There's no setup for them to exist. So the world is not created until they get into this obsidian space, which, if it was anything like the synopsis, would be interesting, but it's not. So that's it.
We didn't read the synopsis, Robert. Tell us what it is.
No, don't. It's fine. We're giving you on the script. You can tell us after.
Okay.
If you think it's germane.
No, you guys read it on your own.
Okay.
It's okay.
I have better things to do with my life, like nothing.
All right.
I don't care about any of these people.
What about Theo? He came out of nowhere.
Whatsoever.
Okay.
Everyone is just a name who gives random lines. There is nothing to distinguish any of these people or what they care about. They're all idiots. Who stays in a cave during a cave-in? Idiots. They deserve everything they get. This is exactly what you think would happen, and I am not surprised at all.
I gotta say, like, I've never had the impulse to get my friends together and walk into an abandoned mine. It just never seemed like a good idea.
We went cave walking though.
That's spelunking. That's good
Yeah.
stuff.
And if there was an earthquake, would you have stayed in the cave?
Yeah.
Talking about Carlsbad Caverns?
Yeah.
Well, okay, but that's along a specific approved route.
Yeah, that's true. But I had no idea that Preston was claustrophobic. So, and but the thing is this, I will also add that yes, these characters are not talking to each other; they're talking to air, and also you would probably need to do good to research what obsidian does and where it came from.
Or why someone would bother making a mine for it when it's clear at the surface of the fucking
why.
Yeah, exactly. And
because also, how would you walk into an obsidian cave because it's literally volcanic glass? So
the same way you walk into a glass door, Diane.
Of a gas mask.
Yeah.
And of course, why urban explorers are doing this in the first place. Nothing makes sense.
I don't know.
Yeah. Erwin, how are you?
I'm good. I was sick for a couple of weeks, and I'm glad to see y'all again. I went over the script. It was posted just now, and I think I need to focus on one character. Give us something a little bit interesting about that character, and put the character in distress, please, within these first 10 pages. And the little things will seem a little bit littler if we have an interest in one of your characters.
There you go.
All right, let's read something better.
Did John ever make it back from shipping?
He has very carefully avoided discussing the script in any way. He's probably still doing some sales, so let's read Diane's.
All right, sure.
What?
I mean, he said he wanted
okay.
As opposed to Dixie Dynamite.
Let's do Dixie Dynamite.
Oh.
No, I want to read Diane's edits first.
Oh.
The main course.
But, okay. But John's not here.
Yeah, John's not here. Dixie Dynamite.
Yeah, I might not make it for to the next script. But go ahead. Yeah, go.
Hold on. We have what script style do you guys use?
Anything as long as it's a style.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like we either do screenplay or comic book for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So pick a format and stick to it. That's the part that matters.
Yeah. All right. So Diane, I guess I'll go to writer duet, right?
Yeah, and then you'll have to download the lean version.
Let's see. Here's the app.
Mm-hmm.
Final open project.
Not Guanji.
Not Guanji.
And then there should be.
How do I see it?
Where's that? Where's that thing that goes on the side?
File, no. Projects, maybe projects.
Projects.
Yeah, see,
There it is, lean
lean
screenplay right there.
Okay, there we go.
And then you just
And
save
then
that.
Yeah, share that. Okay.
How do you share that?
You click over here, share screen.
You can download it.
Or I could just share it.
Oh.
Writer duet. There you go, folks. Here, I'm going to close that. I think I'm going to close that. Maybe I'm not going to close that. How do I close this thing?
You click line.
You have a full screen.
No, you click the icon for line types on the left bar. No, the icon for the left.
There, that one. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Look at that.
Oops.
Okay.
How do you make this larger?
We'll zoom in.
It's a beautiful thing.
Let's see. View. Full screen. No, wait. Sorry. No, I don't want to do that.
What's it like? Command plus.
I was doing that. It didn't work.
Just download it.
And then okay, fine.
Too late. We got it here.
Yeah. I don't know. No. I'm hopeless. Wait. Line to tools. How do I get the top bag? Over here? No. Okay. I'm stuck. Options. Filter.
Okay, stop pushing things and someone should just read this.
Okay. Yes, I agree. See now.
Although going back to full screen is probably a good idea.
Okay. Oh.
Try to figure that
Are you
out.
all right? Okay. And then Diane's dying over here. Let's see. Okay. Full scope.
Is that it? Pages?
No.
Oh.
No. Open
That's
split
splits.
panel. No. Writer duet.
I mean, there's probably a zoom feature in the view menu, but
Zoom feature in the view menu.
We can read this.
Where's the view menu?
Is something important?
Oh wait, here we go. Export.
There we go. All that faffing about was enough to get John back.
Thank you. Welcome back, John.
Thank you. About half an hour before we started the stream, a customer emailed me, told me he was having a problem with the website. Turned out to be a bug in the database, and he was nice enough to help me troubleshoot it, get it fixed. Bought a little over $60 worth of product, so I'd like to get that mailed out to him tomorrow.
Okay.
Awesome.
There you go.
I mean,
So,
I think it was a cunning
congratulations.
plan to not talk about the Draco script, and I'm 100% behind your strategy.
There we go.
Well, I was like, what could we do? Talk about a script written by a guy who doesn't give two shits to actually learn a craft, or, help out my customer. And my storage is I share it with my, I have to go into my landlady's shared space to get to my storage, and I don't like to do that late at night.
Okay.
So that's the other reason why I wanted to do this now.
All right. Who wants to narrate? John?
I'll read it. That's fine.
Go ahead, Robert.
Exterior, Chihuahuan Desert, northern Mexico, just outside the edge of the Forbidden Reach, midday. A vast, arid basin. Red and white dunes crawl towards craggy limestone cliffs. In the distance, mountain peaks pierce the sky like jagged islands. Two horses trot into view. Helena Montanez leads the way. She has a rough and tumble beauty, her skin tanned and caked in dust. She embodies the modern vaquero. Flat brim hat, heavy chaps, and a braid interwoven with ribbon. A Winchester and a rawhide rayada hang from her saddle. In the one gloved hand, she has a set of beaded romal reins. The heavy braided tail of a leather romal sways against her hip with every stride. She clenches a lollipop stick between her teeth, like a cigar.
Oh,
Alba,
period.
ranch tough and sunny, trots alongside a smaller horse. On a smaller horse, she wears similar gear, save for the dinosaur print backpack slung over her saddle, with a geologist pickaxe peeking from a pocket. Alba drags her lollipop across her teeth, clack, 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 like a washboard.
Alba, mija, stop. You've been grinding that candy for 10 minutes. you're going to chip a tooth.
Aren't we there yet?
Uh, it's the last water hole to check, an old well just over the edge of the reach. This ground looks too parched to hold water, at least enough for the herd, but your abuelito always said this place was forbidden, haunted, cursed.
Oh no. I remember Abuelito always tells me the ghost stories before bed. Have you ever seen it?
No,
Then how do you know it's blue?
I've never seen it. That's what color Papa saw, and his Papa before that, and so on. But sometimes I could hear it.
Oh,
Don't mock your mother, Chiquita. I remember it was low, deep, heavy thrum, the sound that you could feel more than hear, like vibrations in the chest, pressure in the ears, chill down the spine. I watched the sand on the ground shake and dance. The old water hole simmered like it was boiling. The house walls creaked and the windows rattled. It's just a family legend, probably just earthquakes or fracking or
A distant, unnatural shriek pierces the silence. The horses rear. Helena and Alba fight to rein them in.
I heard it too.
Silence! Another shriek drifts from the horizon, the direction of the forbidden ranch. Reach.
It's Phantasma Azul.
Alba doesn't hesitate. She spurs her horse into a gallop. She charges towards the shriek, straight for the forbidden reach.
Alba, no, vaya, vaya.
Helena digs her spears in. She bolts into a blur of dust and leather, closing the gap. Exterior, ancient well on the edge of the forbidden reach. Moments later, Alba skids to a halt at the edge of the deep shaft. From an ink-black hole, a piercing, unearthly shriek, a mix of frightened whinny and a dying squeal. Alba recoils. Helena vaults from her saddle, spurs clinking, and levels her Winchester at the dark. The horses rear behind them, snorting, stamping. Helena steadies the mounts, then creeps towards the ledge. Her rifle leads the way. From the depths, the scrape of cloven nails on rock, a heavy splash and stagnant water. Another shriek, labored, desperate. Alba peers over the lip of the hole, her face lost in the shadow of her hat.
It sounds small, like a baby.
No baby I know sounds like that.
It's scared, hurt.
Helena clamps a hand on Alba's shoulder. Her thumb hovers over the Winchester's safety. Alba ignores the grip, leaning further over the abyss.
Don't you dare. It's dangerous. Dark, deep, a death trap. A scared animal kills Alba, and the water untested, probably poison.
It's
It's
gonna
going.
die, Mama. All alone.
Helena searches Alba's face. She sees the girl's mind is made up. Click. Helena slides the Winchester into its scabbard. She steps to the well and kicks a rusty pulley. It lets out a metal on metal scream. Helena yanks the threadbare rope it holds, but the hemp fibers fray. Alba tosses her hat aside and climbs into the wooden bucket. Helena eases the rope inch by inch. The pulley squeals as the earth swallows Alba whole. Interior, ancient well, continuous. Alba descends. The light above shrinks to a pinprick. The shrieking intensifies, echoing off the wet stone walls. Alba reaches the bottom. In the murk, something thrashes. She lunges into the shadows, wrestling a struggling animal, a chaotic fury of mud, fur, and frenzy. Exterior, ancient well, continuous. Helena hauls the bucket up over the lip and yanks Alba to safety. Helena freezes, eyes wide, speechless. In Alba's arms, the creature is a frantic brown and white blur. Spindly legs kick the air. Multi-toed hooflets strike Alba's chest. A switchtail snaps like a whip. In the center of the chaos, a dark, liquid, panicky eye glints in the sun. It thrashes with a strength that defies its size.
Can we keep it?
The creature lets out a long, high-pitched whistle shriek. The sound stretches, thinning into a needlepoint. Match cut to exterior, dead zone. Crossroads between El Rancho Dead Del Fantasma Azul, and the nearest village. Day, a few days later. The whale becomes the metal on metal grind of a seized caliper. Brake pads squeal. A rusted beater truck limps into the center of the crossroads and idles. The engine thrums, hesitant. Tuck Kirby, 30, white knuckles the steering wheel. He looks like a professor, the wilderness ready to chew him up and spit him out. His button down is cinched to his throat. His spectacles slide down a peeling, sunburned nose. He radiates a jittery, academic hyperfixation. Tuck taps his smartphone. Nothing. The GPS is a black void. On the dash, the radio clock scrambles into alien symbols. Static crackles. He checks his smartwatch. Blank. He squints at the sun, guessing the hour. Tuck opens and fishes through a glove box. He pushes past a faded Polaroid, a flash of a woman's smile, and yanks out a folded gas station map 2004. He snaps it open. The paper crackles, stiff, dusty, and torn. He stares at the ink as if decoding ancient Greek.
I figured you stalled near the dead zone with one of those keyless hybrids.
A voice calls out from the dust. Tuck stiffens. The map crinkles in his tightening grip. Blood drains from his face. He doesn't turn. Not yet.
Who's Tuck? John.
John.
The lithium ion cells and silicon based sensors react poorly to geometric interference, Helena. It's a documented phenomenon. The physical obstructions of the terrain absorb and block cellular and satellite reception too.
It's a fancy way of saying you're stranded.
Tuck turns. Helena looms over the truck, mounted on a massive horse. She is a silhouette of leather and grit against the sun. With her flat-brimmed hat, braided riata, and the Winchester at her hip, she is a ghost of the Old West staring into his windshield.
Anything with a heartbeat works out here. Anything with a motherboard or a microchip is just another paperweight.
The animal snorts. A spray of grit and snot splatters across Tuck's face and half-open window. Tuck flinches, wiping his spectacles.
It's not the truck, Helena. This is a 92 mechanical injection standard combustion engine. Hand-cranked windows, and there isn't anything computerized in the drivetrain.
He holds up the 2004 map like a shield.
And I have a map, a physical, topographical map. It's analog and probably out of date by 20 years, but who cares?
It's a gas station flyer from the Bush administration.
I'm just recalibrating my position.
Helena lets out a dry half laugh. She catches the lollipop stick between her teeth and bites down. Snap! Angling the paper towards the sky. She leans forward, gloved hands resting on the saddle horn. She eyes the torn map, then the bridge of a sunburned nose.
That's a lot of syllables for lost.
I am currently between landmarks.
You're at a four-way stop in a basin that hasn't seen a road crew since the Reagan era. That map doesn't show the shelf road that washed out in 12 or the new fence line the ranchers strung across the valley. You're 3 miles from a dry wash that will swallow this Chaquero whole. You're 50 miles from a water source that isn't poisoned by alkali or arsenic.
4 years hasn't softened the edges, I see.
The desert doesn't do soft. You should remember that.
She eyes his cinched collar. A pained smile flickers.
Still buttoned up to the chin. Don't you ever get tired of suffocating?
Tuck finally lowers the map. He meets her eyes. A defiant, familiar glint breaks through his academic mask.
I was breathing just fine until you rode up, Helena. You always did have a way of taking the air out of a room or a desert.
Is that right?
Could be the higher elevation, too. Partial pressure of oxygen decreases as we ascend. It's a physiological fact.
That rig might be analog, but you're still running on a digital brain.
My motherboard is officially a paperweight. I'd be a fool not to follow the heartbeat of a field expert. Before I actually do suffocate, please.
Helena holds his gaze, a heartbeat of shared history. She licks her lips, slow, deliberate, then slides the lollipop into the corner of her mouth.
Follow my dust, Senor Professor. There's shade and filtering waiting for you at your end.
Tuck watches the dust cloud dissolve into his heat mirage. He exhales, a heavy, rattling sound. His shoulders sag. He looks to the open glove box. He reaches for the latch, then stops at the Polaroid. In the photo, a younger Tuck and Helena, dust covered and laughing at a dig site. Tuck stares. One heartbeat. Two. He slams the glove box shut. He jams the truck into gear. The transmission crunches. Tuck pops the clutch, and the truck lurches into rising dust. Exterior entrance of the El Rancho del Fantasma Azul. Minutes later, a white caliche white washboard road rattles the truck's frame. The horizon shimmers with a high frequency distortion, a magnetic veil. A massive wrought iron archway spans the road. A scorched wooden sign hangs from the center, bearing the silhouette of a rearing horse. El Rancho del Fantasma Azul. The image is defaced. Tuck swerves off the road, skirting a timber gate. Heavy industrial change strangled the posts. A brushed steel, corporate branded deadbolt bites into the wood. A high visibility foreclosure notice clings to the gate, its orange plastic skin glaring against the desert. Property owner, Helios Group, all biological and geological assets pending reclamation. Tuck bumps over a wash where the fence has collapsed, bypassing the lock. He passes the stables. Low slung, beautiful adobe choked in silence. Padlocks bite into the barn doors. A thin, lonely whinny drifts from the dark. Opposite the cattle pens, a dozen scrawny, dust-caked cows huddle under a leaning shade. Hexagonal plates of cracked mud fill the dry water troughs. At the end of the drive, the ranch house, a fortress of thick adobe sprouting out of the dirt. Its whitewash peels to reveal the red mud beneath. Heavy, anchored, and defiant. Interior, ranch house. Living area, kitchen. El Rancho del Fantasma Azul, continuous. Tuck steps inside. The desert heat vanishes, replaced by a deep subterranean chill. Thick adobe walls isolate the house in a heavy, cave like silence. The room is a time capsule. Floor to ceiling shelves groan under the leather bound classics and scientific journals. A nicho carved into the wall, I think you mean niche, carved into the wall holds a flickering candle, illuminating family portraits and rosary beads draped over the crystalline ammonite. Across the room, the modern world sits on a heavy oak desk, school books, a classroom science project, and a die-cast microscope beside a first prize blue ribbon. A water test kit lies open, its vials reflecting the dim light. In the corner, an analog stereo system, a tube TV, and a top-loading VHS player. A record player sits silent, needle hovering over a dusty vinyl. The scent of roasting peppers and garlic leads to the kitchen. Luciano stands at the stove. His skin is clay baked, his clothes alkaline stiffened. He leans heavily on a hard, hand carved cedar cane. His bum leg gave out years ago, yet in the stirrups he still outride the valley's best. He can still outride the valley's best.
Sorry.
Through the window, Helena speaks to Tuck, jerks a thumb towards the house, and then leads her horse toward the stables. The front door creaks. Tuck enters alone. Luciano doesn't turn. He flips corn tortillas with bare, calloused fingers on a blackened comal. He ignores the searing Ireland. Somebody's Luciano.
Yeah, you go.
Oh, just do the.
Oh, okay. Has the heretical professor arrived yet? Or is it just another ghost looking for his shadow?
Tuck clears his throat. He delivers his words in classical Latin with a rigid, coarse edge, echoing the heavy, rhythmic syntax of a long dead literature.
Be in good faith, Don Luciano. An old friend returns from afar.
All right, 10 pages.
That's 10 pages.
Yay. All right, well, you've certainly taken the script formatting notes to heart. I mean, this is a very pretty shape. It got lots of white space. No blocks bigger than 4 lines. Good job. I know that was
That was very difficult. Oh my god, I was crying the entire time.
Oh, my pretty words.
All of my pretty words are gone. Ah.
But,
So wait, was this the same script we read last week?
Yes.
Changed. Yeah.
Holy
mean,
crap,
it's
this was so
newer.
much better.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yes, it read
Yes.
like a screenplay, like as Preston was saying.
Yeah.
It reads like a screenplay. It's properly. Yes, it was much easier to follow.
Okay.
And everything was clearer visually. Yes, it felt like reading a screenplay and not a novel in a weird format.
Okay. Well, do you have any other positives you want to shower us with?
The character interaction between Tuck and what's her face was very cute and funny. I expect them to be making out by the next scene because the sexual tension is palpable.
Okay.
In the words of Draco.
And the words of AI. Yeah.
in the words of ChatGPT.
Yeah. All right, Danny.
Yeah, this reads a lot better. We got a lot farther into it with the same number of pages, so that's great. The locations are less redundantly described, and I look forward to reading more of it.
Was that honest?
Yes, I do look forward to reading more of it.
That sounds honest.
Oh, that sounds honest.
What, you don't think he looks forward to reading?
Does Danny?
Is your first name Diego?
Danny
Of
gets
course I
his
want-
words.
No.
Of course, I want to read more of it, Diane. I'm here to support you.
All right.
Now, I want
I
to see this
believe-
project succeed.
Yeah, I
So,
believe
yeah,
he's looking forward to
fine.
reading more of it.
Get your head out your butt.
Let's see. Yeah, like it's we had some interesting interactions. We had, like a tense scene where we ended up with a little baby dinosaur, I guess, and
It's not a dinosaur.
all right,
It's
a
a
little equihorn,
It's a
little
Eohippus.
Eohippus, yeah,
It's prehistoric horse.
prehistoric horse, right?
It's prehistoric horse.
And it was tense, but then ended up being kind of cute, and
Mhm.
hooray! And then we ended up with like a couple of. We had that whole scene with the guy with the analog digital brain,
Mhm.
and then and those two characters he was interacting with kind of lost, and then we ended up with the two dudes. We didn't see him very long, but like the guy whose hands were so calloused he was turning the tortillas
With his bare
with his bare hands, and his friend. So I mean, look, they're interesting settings. They certainly are authentic to the Southwest. Just I climbed to the highest peak in New Mexico.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, what was that like?
I mean, you can breathe. So the lines. I mean, I don't know that you really need to worry about breathing in New Mexico, even at the highest point. It's not that
Oh
hard.
no, I had a hard time when where.
You have a hard time breathing anyway.
Arizona.
All right. Anyway.
In Arizona.
Dude, we were in Arizona. She had a hard time with like 2 meters of climbing a hill.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. So.
I had some trouble breathing going up a flight of steps the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Erwin, what do you think?
Yeah, I think this is like probably the best thing that I've read in this group
Oh.
this whole time.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
now
didn't
somebody's
speak,
blowing
like
smoke up
you weren't
somebody's
here
ass.
for like last week, where I basically wrote a novel, and
Uh-huh.
then everyone was like, "It's too long," and this is like what I've done to it, which I both love and hate. So
Uh-huh. Well, I mean, I think you should be into it. You think you should embrace the parts that you have remaining. And I know that you're into the actual syntax of the prose and whatnot, but I can tell that by the writing. It's it's filled with pretty very sort of
flowery language,
yeah, I was to say flowery language, yeah.
very
but-
purple, yes, very purple.
What's that? But yeah, I'm nice scene. A couple three really nice scenes. The one where they hear the shrieking, they go to the well, and I don't know how a parent lets their child go down into a well.
Well, the thing is that I do have
So you've
her.
got to defend it. Sorry, Dara. Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
But I mean, people are, it's a movie, and
Yeah.
some people are weird. I freaked out yesterday when my son was walking, down a rocky, pathway into a steep thingamajig, a steep little, small, valley there. But yeah, the scene between the scene between the two adults. I'm like, well, one question I had was, well, where's the kid? But wait, was that the same woman, right?
That's the
Same
same
woman, different scene.
Right. So no, yeah, I don't know if it was sexual tension, but there's push and pull going on. And I didn't get the sense that Tuck was aware of what might be going on. I think he just assumes that he's being sort of, treated, quote unquote, badly again, that she's such a brusque woman and difficult to deal with, and here she goes again, and he misses her. But obviously, I mean, not obviously, but I sense that maybe there is still something there for her,
Yeah.
And then the scene with the old guy, which was set up really interestingly, like kind of a scan of this old room, and then we actually look through the window outside, right?
Yeah.
To Tuck coming in. And I felt like, even within these first 10 pages, there was a theme sort of work. Definitely, if this is the theme, it's definitely, working its way to the surface. It's already worked its way to the surface of like times past, sort of cultures past, meaning like the way we used to live, analog,
Yeah.
mechanically, not so digitally, not so perhaps, I don't know, removed from each other or from the spiritual world or something like that. I'm just guessing at it. You've definitely touched upon it, if that's what you're working at, and you've also, it's in everything. It's like, you got old books, old maps, modern, just reference, like verbal references, bouncing between, sort of, yeah, like commenting, like, you're stuck in the past or whatever. So yeah, it's interesting. It's got my brain working, and I'm into the characters, Tuck included.
All right, Robert.
Okay, well, it was a much easier thing to read than it was the last time, so there is that. And I think that the scenes are more discreet and distinctive,
Okay.
which is the point almost everyone else has made, and that there's also a flow to it and an energy in each scene that's unique to that scene. So there's a rhythm that's developing. So compared to last time, which is one of the things we're evaluating, it's a significant step forward. The formatting is obviously a huge improvement, enormous. So,
How could it be made better, Robert?
okay. I still think there's too much, and I'm going to call it purple prose.
Yeah.
I would try to get simpler words in there throughout. I still think there's probably too many references to the Hispanic descriptions of what the bridal and oh God, I can't think of the term for it. What is equestrian equipment called? But
It's a Romanal rain. It
yeah,
actually
well, all that stuff. Well, hold on, and that it's that there, I think there's too much of it. And because I'm not sure how it doesn't seem to advance anything. I mean, I understand that it's a way to make it genuine, but it doesn't. That's a communication to the production design team. That it needs to be genuine stuff, and I kind of get it, but as part of the story, it doesn't do anything. It kind of stumbles in the descriptions, in my opinion, the rhythm of it. I get sometimes I get a little bit lost in who's important. I think the best scene that you have and I'm using the best scene as a way to be constructive for the other scenes, is the last scene that you wrote where Tuck drives up to the house and enters the house. We can see there's a barrier to his entry. There's obviously something that's going on that's a problem financially with the place, and then the discovery of what's there. So those are all good things. I I know that there's supposed to be sexual tension based on a past relationship in the prior scene where she happens upon him in the truck and he's lost or sort of lost. That she's the alpha in the relationship and she's continuing that positioning with it. He's bothered by it, but I think, to John's point, you need to go there. You need to make it really obvious and make him almost like stammering because he's affected by her and she knows it. That we need more of that. That's got to happen. We already got her mommed. Get her to be more, the actual, sexuality of her emphasized in this thing. It's going to make it interesting throughout because probably every character is going to end up responding to her that way.
Yeah.
And so you need to build that as far as I'm concerned. Okay, that's it for now.
Okay, cool.
Erwin.
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of criticism. A lot of I don't know, all that Spanish stuff, Spanish language and Spanish references and so on and so forth. That's cool. To me, reading it, I'm like kind of like immersed into it despite not knowing what some of those words mean. And I'm wondering if someone like Rodriguez might be like sort of charmed by that,
Rodriguez.
Who's Rodriguez?
Robert, Robert Rodriguez. He's over here in Austin. And
he did those graphic novel type things. Yeah.
Well, he made a whole bunch of movies too.
That's what I mean. They were like graphic novels. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know about his graphic. Anyways, there were some large blocks of dialogue, which, if you were to enter this into a contest, some, asshole reader is going to mark you off for that, for not paying attention to proper convention or something like that. But
that means I think you should just have character when then the parenthetical should be in Spanish subtitled and then just say what he's saying in English.
No, I meant the big blocks of dialogue. There's a couple of them, big ones. A lot of the readers, they don't like big blocks of exposition or description either. But I don't think that's a real problem. I'm not like, oh my God, do I have to go through? The purpleness of the prose, I think, it's a little bit purple especially compared to typical screenplays. The purpleness of it was definitely exaggerated by the way that the script was being read today. Like y'all were way over the top. Assuming this is a second draft or something, second, third?
Oh,
for the first 10 pages at least.
I mean,
technically, this is like maybe 19.
But the 19th draft,
barely getting started.
You're not counting. Are you counting the prose drafts, like the ones that you wrote like a novel?
Then this would be second. But how I've been rewriting it, this is like 19th time edit.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
So
yeah. So I mean, you got a good start, and you can always go back and trim later. So
yeah. I mean,
yeah.
You didn't.
You're doing drafts. Version your drafts, and that way you'll keep track of it.
Yeah. I do. I actually have a rough draft. I have the original one, and then this is the lean one. So,
Danny.
Okay. The descent into the well is insufficiently Spielbergian. You've got this girl who's interested in saving this animal. She doesn't say a goddamn thing to it. Not cool.
That will happen later. Thank you.
So unless you're putting the credits over that for some reason, she should. Even if she's like, "Oh, hey, I'm here to help" or whatever. The little girl could be more precocious, and in fact should be. You waste a scene with the travel into the ranch. The car is not broken, so I don't see why.
It was never broken.
Oi!
It was never broken.
So I don't see why part of the dialogue with what's her name couldn't be a walk and talk while Tuck observes the ranch, and then you don't have an entire dialogue-free scene of mere description. A walk and talk is going to make that a lot more efficient because otherwise they're all just standing there. And frankly, him being frustrated by the photograph after he parks the car is more dramatic. And my last structural note is, all of that description of the interior of the house should have come after you showed the grandfather or whatever doing his thing and seeing what was going on, because starting with the person is a good idea for a scene. B, the actual action that's happening is he's in the kitchen making tortillas and sees them come in, and then other people start intruding on that space. So if you're going to start at the interior, start with an action happening in the interior, not stuff sitting there, and that lets you get to the actual note I have, which is we're properly about 10 pages in as compared to last time. So I've got a problem where I don't know who your protagonist is, whether it's the guy or the with the truck or the girl with the horse. And one of them should be our point of view character. It seems like it's the guy in the truck because he's the outsider. But for some reason, it's, we're not in his point of view entering the house and seeing all this stuff. So, if you're going to exposit our world to us, you have to do it through the lens of the outsider, who is then by definition the point of view character, or else it's really boring.
Okay.
And sticking to that perspective as we get to this stuff, and like, he comes in, he knows how to do this. Oh, I see you got a VCR finally. How do you deal with insert technological blah, blah, blah here? Like, all of that suddenly becomes a conversation instead of exposition. So either he's going in on his own, taking a look around while talking to the guy who's cooking, or he, has a moment with the photograph while he waits for what's her name to put her horse away. And then they go in together, and then there's a conversation. But like, you've got to have a point of view character at this point, and we need to know what they want, and we don't know either of those things.
All right. Okay.
John.
So I might have missed something, but I was very confused about the woman on the horse and the guy driving his truck, and how they were able to have a conversation.
The window was halfway open.
With snot on it.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I was a little confused because I was trying to visualize, like, how is he on a horse? Or, no, she's on the horse, but he's in a truck and they're moving it. I guess he could drive really, really slow. Oh, they wasn't moving. Then what was the issue about the breathing and the map and getting lost? I got really confused on that. But that could have just been me.
Okay. The car itself is fine. He's just lost. She thought he was stranded, but he's not. He's just lost.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah.
But where is he trying to go?
He's trying to actually find the ranch.
So he's going to visit her.
Yes.
So he's not really lost. He just stopped on the way.
Yeah, he just stopped because he does not know. He's at the crossroads and he doesn't know which way is the ranch. So, and his GPS isn't working, so he has to go look at the map.
But we don't know that he's coming to visit her, right?
that could have been much
it is told later that he got a message from them, and he's there for a reason. He's there for business.
Okay. Cool.
No, I don't really have anything. As I said, I was a little confused by some of the placement in the world, but that was probably just me, and I probably missed something in the reading.
I originally did think about, like, as I was typing this up in one of the rough drafts, going like, how are they talking if the window's open? And I had to actually write down it was halfway open. So I had to actually put that in. So. But I like Danny's thing about having them walk and drive together and still talk. So I think I'm gonna try to do that. So
Nice.
I don't know exactly how I'll do that, but I'll try to do that.
I mean, hey, follow. Like, why are you here? Blah blah. Okay, it's this way. I'll lead you, and then they can have the rest of that conversation.
How's this? Go to a parking lot in a large place that doesn't have any cars in it, like an old department store or mall on a Sunday when there's nobody parked there. Have Preston be in the car, and you walk alongside it and try to talk to him. Then you'll see all the issues that he's got to deal with, that you've got to deal with, and you can use those as a formula to be able to, write the script.
Okay.
Watch where you're walking. He's got to worry about driving. There's parking, bumps in the road and stuff like that. Just so that way you have a real reference as opposed to an imagined one.
Okay. All right.
That horse is going to cost a lot of money.
I'd walk instead of the horse.
Well, this is like a neo.
Oh, walking instead of riding the horse. I see.
Yeah.
All right, we got time for another script.
Sure.
All right, cool. Let's return to Dixie Dynamite. There we go. We're gonna X that. This one.
We left him at the barbecue, right? That was the last time.
I believe so. Yeah, everybody was getting high.
Oh,
420.
Oh, gotta get high.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta go, guys. I gotta get this kid into his slumber here. So
and happy New Year, by the way.
Yeah,
Happy New Year.
Year of the horse. Gong hei fa choi.
All right. See y'all later.
Bye.
So yes, as we were getting high. Penny says,
"Are we on 10 or 11?"
Oh, you're right. We're on 11.
Is he rewrite? So this is not a rewrite then?
No. He just wanted us to read the next 10 pages.
Okay, right. I guess we start with that.
You want to go to page 11? Page 11. There we go.
Okay, all right.
So Penny, who's Penny? I'll be Penny. I'd like to
considered sharing the script on.
Yeah.
Well, you just listen to it as we're gonna read it to you. How's that?
Okay.
There you go.
Hey.
I'd like to see you in that LA traffic. Oh my God. Road rage and other people too.
He'd get a cat popped in his ass. That's what would happen. Pump an ice cube, look wider than a Lawrence Welk, flip off the wrong crip or blood, and you get your ass shot.
Ricky sits down, takes a hit.
That's probably not too far from accurate.
Where is Tony?
Yeah, where is that little bastard? He still owes me for last week.
Heidi takes a hit.
He's working late this week. If they finish his job early, he gets a bonus. So he's trying to bust ass to get that. And he still owes Mama $100 for the rent this month. So that comes to her before he pays you for any weed. Poor Ricky.
Bullshit. You know the drill, Ricky. You sell him weed on a layaway, and that's up to you, but he pays Mama before anyone else. That's not right.
Heidi packs another bowl. Penny enjoys the show, and Heidi glares at Ricky while she lights up the bowl.
I mean, he shouldn't be telling me he needs weed if it's going to take 2 weeks to pay me back.
Ricky, are you being serious right now? Or are you already high as fuck? When has this shit not been this way this last year? Becky has him over a barrel, and unless he wins the lottery or until he pays that child support off, this is just the way it is.
Cut to interior small empty apartment. Day. Tony, early 30s, and looks
50s, yeah.
50s, sorry, 50s, but looks much older, and a coworker are hard at work laying a carpet in a bedroom of a 30-unit apartment building. Bill, Tony's supervisor, walks in.
Lunchtime, fellas. 30 minutes, no longer.
Bill leaves. Bye, Bill.
God damn, this shit is getting old. 30 minutes for lunch is bullshit.
It's gonna be tough to be done by Friday if we took an hour.
Still bullshit.
Danny, I feel like you and Tony
Are
like
spirit.
you were born to play Tony.
Yeah, spirit animals right there. Exterior dumpster behind the apartment building. Day. Tony pulls out a crack pipe, lights it.
Mhm.
All right, you take that back, Preston.
All right, you're right. Okay. I didn't expect it to take such a hard turn.
Neither did I. It's cool.
Tony pulls out a crack pipe, lights it, and inhales deeply. He scrolls his phone and lands on the last text from Becky. See you in court. $16,345.
We know he was at least with Becky at one point, so.
The new text notification from Bill pops up. Do I read that, or does Bill read that?
John will be Bill.
Tony, thanks again for taking the lead on this job. I need my best guy leading this so we can get it done by Friday. Appreciate you.
Cut to exterior Mary Jane backyard patio. Day. Heidi scrolls through her phone to avoid eye contact with Ricky.
So you can continue to let him put your shit on layaway, or you can cut him off. Pretty simple. He shouldn't have poked the bear. They were on good terms, and she was letting him pay here and some there. But Tony started being Tony again.
Cut to exterior ex-wife's house. Porch. Day. Tony on the front porch of ex-wife's house knocks on the door. A haggard-looking mid-50s boyfriend in his boxer shorts answers.
Who the fuck are you?
He is Tony. You are Tony, Danny. You are so Tony.
Who the fuck are you?
Quentin's goddamn father. That's who I am.
Oh, the ex.
Boyfriend extends a hand to shake.
Good to meet you, Bobby, the future ex.
Tony looks at the hand like, fuck that, and looks right back at Bobby.
Send Becky out here.
She's not here.
Where the fuck is she?
Got called into work.
Send Quentin out here.
Cut to exterior Mary Jane's backyard patio. Day. Boo, an ugly mutt forged from the night better left forgotten between a Chihuahua and a mini Doberman. Walks up to Ricky and bends down to pick up the dog. Again continues their conversation.
Tony still wants Becky back. Why on earth anyone in their right mind would want her back is beyond me.
He's not always in his right mind.
Heidi puts a finger to her head in a circular motion and the other to mimic the smoking of a crack pipe.
I'm just saying.
Exterior Becky front porch and sidewalk. Day. Tony Quentin walk away from Becky's as Tony furiously texts on his phone. The conversation between Rick, Heidi, and Penny continues in voiceover.
Okay. WTF, Becky? Leaving Quentin with some bar pickup from last night? Question mark, question mark, question mark. We need a Becky.
John.
I'll do Becky. I don't have time for this, Tony. I'm at fucking work, and Bobby is my boyfriend.
You'll be hearing from my attorney, bitch.
See you in court. $16,345.
Anyway, he loses his shit, and when he and Quentin leave, he starts blowing up Becky's phone. And how it's bullshit that she has a guy spending the night and left him there alone with him. He's calling his lawyer to let him know he's going to get full custody.
Like I said, being Tony when he's on the hard stuff.
So she sends a text back that said, "See you in court. $16,345."
16,345.
Just keep on saying that number.
Exterior Mary Jane's backyard patio day.
That's how much child support she says he owes. He says that's bullshit, but he did say it was going to take him 7 years to pay her off, so you do the math. So she took his ass back to court and got it tossed into jail for a couple of weeks. One of the conditions of his release is now that he has to pay at least $300 a month or he violates the order and goes back to jail.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, oh, fuck. But enough of that shit. It's killing my buzz. Let's hear your drama day, bougie lady. I'm sure it will be much more funnier than Tony's. I want to know why you're dressed up like a housewife of Chandler Square, all gussied up in the middle of the day like you had a hot date or something.
Yeah, no yoga pants and hoodie.
Damn, can a girl look nice on a Wednesday?
Heidi looks Penny up and down, her pointer finger in unison.
Not this nice, bitch.
I don't know what her pointer finger in unison means. I don't know. Well, thank you, I think.
I'm smiling coyly.
Yeah, Heidi smiles for it.
Oh, Heidi smiles coyly.
Okay, so you know Dave, Wedding is running for Congress. No offense. Ricky.
Ricky shakes off the reference dismissively. Cut to Mary Jane's house, night. A commercial of Dave's wedding political campaign.
Oh, yeah.
She sees Heidi and Mary Jane watch the commercial. Images of cheesy political ad flash across the screen. Dave kisses a baby.
Loves babies.
Dave, what?
He loves babies.
Okay. Dave shakes hands with the business owner, Penny. Dave gives money to a homeless person. Dave does a TikTok-style dance with someone in the Statue of Liberty costume.
Oh my God, how I know. No offense, Ricky. Every time that commercial comes on, Mama goes on and on and on about how handsome he is. I swear, I think the old girl must be getting a nut to him. I see that massager under her blanket and her cheeks beet red and she gets all squirmy. Is she talking about her mom?
I guess, yeah.
Shit.
Go down. Ew, TMI. Seriously, way too much. So anyway, Dave called me last night.
Cut to interior Penny's bedroom, interior Dave's home office, night. Intercut the phone call between Penny's bedroom and Dave's office. Penny lays in bed with her laptop on OnlyFans site. Dave, late 50s, attractive, sits in an executive's office, a glass of bourbon in his hand. A lonely lamp lights the room.
Dave.
Which room?
The rooms.
All the rooms.
Yeah. Yes. I'm going to guess Dave's room. But Dave, what are you doing up this late? I thought seniors were in bed before 10. Did the prunes just kick in or something?
Still funny as ever. Hey, I need a favor.
I'm not proofreading your Grinder ads anymore, Dave. You're a freak, and I never took you for a bottom.
Oh.
I need you at the donor lunch tomorrow.
No, I hate that shit.
I wouldn't ask if I didn't really need this. This is the last fundraiser before the election. I need the help.
Dave, I can't. Fuck me. It's 10 o'clock, and I don't have my nails done. I'm not going to get some smooth fest with these nails. I have standards.
Hold on.
Dave calls a number on the other line.
Oh, where's Erwin when we need him?
Yeah.
Hello.
We stop intercutting to stay with Penny, and she examines her nails, absentmindedly scrolls her laptop, impatiently waiting for Dave. A moment later.
You still there?
Yeah, Dave, I'm still here.
Okay, I got you an appointment at that place over on Burkhart by Subway. You know it?
Ricky's Nail Art.
Yeah, that's it. It's all paid for, tip and everything. Be there at 9, okay?
Dave, Ricky is booked up for weeks in advance. No way you just got me an appointment.
We switch back to Dave, who swishes
The drink.
the
yeah.
drink in his hand and swallows in one gulp. He gets up and pours another.
He owes me a couple of favors. I called one in.
Who doesn't owe you a favor?
You, after this, will be all square. So I'll see you in a little before noon.
I guess. So what's in the boondoggle I'm going to?
It's all the biggest stoners and some people from the state at Steve Chancellor's house. You know where that is?
Yes, Dave. I know where the fucking Steve Chancellor's house is.
Okay, so be there at noon. Wear something sexy, but not slutty.
Oh, Lord. What am I getting myself into? Is this a Diddy thing?
Ew.
Sorta. Except there'll only be no baby oil, and you'll be the only female there, and everyone is paying $500 to have lunch with me. Oh, do flirt with Chancellor. He loves you.
Cut to exterior Mary Jane's background patio day. Ricky continues petting Boo, the dog. The trio continues chatting.
$500. God damn, you roll in a different crowd than me, Penny.
I didn't pay $500. That's just his donor buddies. No fucking way. I wouldn't pay shit. He pays when we go to lunch.
Bougie. That is what that is called. But I understand a girl's got to have her standards. Can't be schmoozing along anyone with ratchet nails, much less boner buddies.
Donor buddies.
Ricky, just never mind. So Ricky owes Dave a couple of favors, huh? You know what that shit's about?
No, half the town owes him a favor.
You know he's got so much shit on people, he's probably pulled those strings just to see people squirm. I think we're at 10 pages.
This is the 10th page.
Oh.
I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Knox.
Heidi's next.
Oh, who's Heidi?
I
No,
know Heidi.
the narrator's next.
Oh,
Yeah.
and he cocks her head, unsure.
I don't know.
I don't know. Of course he does. That's one of the biggest perks of being sheriff in this hick town for almost 20 years. You have shit on everyone. Ricky is probably running heroin out of the back. Wait, aren't I, Ricky? What am I doing? I'm doing what? What's happening?
No, you're Tony.
Well, no, but Ricky, he's
Ricky is meant.
Oh,
But
Yeah,
he's saying Ricky.
Oops.
there's a mistake.
Yeah.
Oh, Ricky, you're just saying that because he's Asian. So it's the Asian man.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah. Ricky.
Those nail salons are drug running fronts. Same for Chinese restaurants.
Oh, good Lord, Ricky. Not this shit again.
I'm serious. I mean, y'all act like I'm the idiot over here, but how about y'all just think about it for a second? Over 30 nail salons, 40 Chinese restaurants in this area, if you include Newbury. I mean, goddamn, we only have 180,000 people that live here. Please.
All right, that's 10 pages. So it's entertaining. So I like entertaining. We got a bunch of people who are very comfortable with drugs. In fact, they get together. Everyone has substance in like practically every scene, of one kind or another. I feel right at home with these folks. Definitely want to hang out and listen to their problems. And it's good dialogue, I think. What do you think, Dan?
You think that was good dialogue?
That is what I said.
Okay.
You're allowed to say no, that sucked. I mean, but I can say what I think, and you can say what you think.
I think that the dialogue needs to polish, but it does feel real. That does
Yeah.
feel like a conversation druggies would have with each other.
Yeah.
So I will agree with that. I don't know if it makes sense, but then again, I don't think most druggy conversations make sense. I definitely like Tony. So,
Yes, performance wins again.
There
yay!
you go.
I never liked Tony. I don't really know what's going on beyond that, though. So, someone can take over. So,
All right, Dan.
Yeah, the dialogue is very readable. It comes across like an actual conversation that's happening, and there's quite a lot of it. So you have demonstrated that you have that skill.
Robert.
I agree that the dialogue has elements of realism, and he has continued an occasional drop of funny circumstance where people have to react to a circumstance and they react in a funny way. Um, and there's a variety of those. That needs to be, well, I'll get into the constructions later, but that's a good thing that's going on in the story. Um, and I'm kind of enjoying it.
Okay. Um, John.
Um, uh, so I'm gonna actually agree with you, Preston. I think the dialogue was not that bad. For a project that is extremely dialogue heavy and relies on it to carry the story forward, I think it does a adequate job of doing just that.
And that makes it inexpensive, by the way.
Yes, it makes it very cheap to film because dialogue is cheap to film. So if you can pull off like the three people sitting in a room talking for 20 minutes and make it interesting enough that people don't turn away, you have a very, very inexpensive project. Um, so I would say kudos to that. I think you're in the right ballpark there. So
All right. How could we made better?
I have my first thing I want to say, and this is a request to the writer. Please use a different font or use bold because that font is so light on the screen it hurts my eyes to read. That's just an aside, not a struck. It's just yeah. Um, uh, so there were a couple. The main things that I have were kind of more again in that same vein, which, as I said, font notwithstanding, that's a preference just for me. But there were a few things where it was like the intercut phone call didn't land for me. It was kind of all over the place. I don't feel like the way that is crafted worked. That's something that I think is difficult to do, and just do the cuts and let the editor and the director figure out how they're gonna piece it all together. There was another thing that came up too, and now I'm not remembering what it was. I should have called it out when I saw it. But there was another formatting thing that came up elsewhere that also didn't make any sense. I get the joke about the dog breed. You want it to be an ugly mutt, but the chances of them finding that exact mixed breed is very unlikely. So I don't really get the point of mentioning the specific mixed breed. You can just say an ugly mutt, and they'll go to their animal handler and say and order an ugly mutt, and that's what they'll get. So I don't think that all that description was kind of was necessary, albeit it was kind of funny, but I don't. Nope. It was funny in the script, but nobody's going to read the script. We're only going to see, if we're watching the movie, we're not going to get the joke in the script. So as funny as it was, it doesn't work. So just call him an ugly mutt and be done with it. So really, it was just that was really the only thing I have. And I don't. Yeah, I mean it's a story about a bunch of people sitting around in a room and talking.
Yes.
It's not going to have like massive audience appeal, but if you shoot this thing for less than $100,000, how are you not going to make money off of it? Like, I don't really want to fault it for for it doing that, because somebody's going to go and watch it, or somebody will rent it on Netflix when they're stoned out of their mind, and maybe they'll enjoy it. And you know,
I feel it's a comedy, but it needs more jokes.
yeah. Okay, this is what I'm going to say. You know what I think what I think would benefit from it is more physical humor. Because if this is okay, I'm drunk or I'm high, it's 1 a.m, and I turn on Netflix and I put this on, 3 people sitting around talking is not going to necessarily keep me entertained. But if crazy stuff keeps happening visually, like the scene with Tony is a good one, where you have that kind of conflict back and forth. I think more stuff like that, I think, will help create more visual gags. Otherwise, it's going to have low market appeal, but again, it's going to be cheap enough that may not matter. So that I'll stop and I'll let somebody else go now.
Robert.
Okay, I'm a person who likes really intelligent dialogue, or dialogue that shows these people know each other. And that's the case here. These people know a lot about each other, both in the personal lives and what their character is. That needs to be brought out in the dialogue with the things that they talk about. And they can jump around a little bit to different topics, because it will make sense to them to say that, well, you're behaving the same way when you did this or when you did something else, and pulling things out of the person's life from the past that helps explain and understand what's going on right now, and being able to say, that's why you're going to make the same mistake, because you did the same thing the last time. And that kind of knowledge of a character can be very, very interesting. Listen, I'm a person who watched My Dinner with Andre at least 3 times because the intelligent conversation is engaging.
Mhm.
I don't expect that level, but at some point, if you can put that in there where these people are back and forth with each other, fewer talking blocks, more talking over each other. This is a director's dream, to be able to direct something like this with really good actors. That's where the cost will come into doing something like this, finding the right people to be able to do it. I think it could easily be done for less than $100,000 if you were to make it a little bit more distinguished in terms of where things are happening and why they give a shit. Knowing each other as well as they do is why they give a shit, rather than constantly, and this is a problem with the dialogue, pushing the other person away, either by dismissing them or saying, I'm not going to do that unless you make me, okay, I'm going to buy you an appointment at the hottest nail salon in town. Okay, you just made me do it. But there has to be a willingness to do it in the first time, because somehow this guy recognizes a value to that person. That's got to be expressed. We have to know that as the audience. So there's a lot of work to do, and the humor, to Preston's point, they're stoned. They should fall out of their chair once in a while. They should, drop the beer can, or on the other person. I mean, just try to do something like balance it on his forehead, something stupid that people do in the backyard while they're drinking or smoking or doing crack. I never understood the apartment house thing. I don't get that. That seemed like a weird scene. I'm not sure how it advanced to anything. And Tony ends up smoking crack, to which Danny objected, by the way. And so it needs to be cleaned up and focused more humor. You can't go wrong with more humor, and you can film this for cheap. If you can fix this, you can probably get this made. That's a big statement.
Danny.
Okay. Your structure has problems for 2 reasons. One of which is you got a bunch of people sitting around commenting on stuff that you are showing us. So you should either show us that stuff or comment on that stuff. But there was way too much repetition there. And actually, you just showed us something, then told us about it right afterwards, which is not really set up in a reminder. It's just a really extended setup. So that was about half of what you gave us was unnecessary narrative. Just show us these characters. Oh, what's Tony up to? Oh, he's smoking crack and also getting into fights with his ex-wife's boyfriend. Okay, cool. Like, he's a shithead. Like, you don't need to have people then comment on it. And all that was a complete waste of time, because you got to trust either your dialogue or your visual storytelling, and it seems like you're trusting neither. The other is, I remember the first 10 pages of this story, and there was a really good introduction about some like OnlyFans slut giving a hand job in order to perform
Handies.
Yeah. Where's that movie?
Yeah.
I really liked that movie. I don't care for this weird, like, low rent
Trailer trash.
Oh my god. How do I hold on? I'm
Did you run out of words, Danny?
Yes, I'm bad. I am very, very, very bad at words. Oh my god. Today, I don't need low rent John Waters. I if you're gonna give me low rent John Waters, cool. But like, then you should be showing people stories and not just talking about them, and have a single through line that's actually happening. Unless this is like, low rent Snatch or whatever, at which point there should still be a protagonist. And we should still be focusing on characters when we're getting there and still not telling us about people. So yeah, like, you've given us a really punchy intro and then absolutely discarded all of the potential it gives, in lieu of having three people sitting around and we have no idea what they want.
Well, there's a precedent for what you're talking about. It's called Reality Bites. It was made, I don't know.
I like Reality Bites. It has a protagonist.
It does. But that's, that would be the prototypical.
I like movies where people
standing around
out.
talking. Diners, another one. I mean,
No, I like movies where that happens. Again, the dialogue is good. I like good dialogue. This has pretty good dialogue. It doesn't have a through line. We don't know what anybody here wants. They're just hanging out, talking about other people who are worse shitheads than they are. That's fine, but I have no idea how this is going to turn into a 2-hour long feature. Like, this method of storytelling will get boring rather quickly. So yeah, I like the version of this movie where stuff happens and it was funny. And please write more of stuff that happens that is funny.
Yeah, dump these last 10 pages. Extend what you did in the first 10 pages. I think Danny's right.
All right, there we go.
Funny. That was funny.
Well, we still have to hear what Diane.
Diane had no notes. She wandered off.
Oh.
You guys already said everything. So
No, we didn't.
No, we didn't. We could go on and on.
There were entire scenes with no action lines. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it was. It was all dialogue. No action lines.
Yeah, in terms of like script formatting, like you messed up the intercut a little bit.
A lot.
Yeah.
And he shouldn't do it. And John's right. Let the editors fucking do that. And it got weak. He got lost in the weeds, is how I would put it, from the first 10 pages. Whatever. Oh, well, you had potential. Let's see if you can bring it back.
At least save that scene with the handies and write that movie, which is going to be quite good.
Anyway, all right, there we go.
Okay.
We'll do our scripts.
Woo!
Next week we will have more scripts, and I'm looking forward to it. I'll see everybody next week. Hooray!
Ciao, babies.
Good
Take
night.
care.
Bye.
Gong Hei Fat Joy. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy Lunar New Year.
Yeah.